Welcome back everyone to Cruise1st TV, where it's adventure time again on one of our escorted tour and cruise packages. This time and once again we're heading for the Rocky Mountains of Canada next April for an immersive 6-night exploration, visiting Banff, Lake Louise, travelling the Icefield Highway to see incredible glaciers, experience Canada's famous national parks and spend some time touring and exploring Vancouver. And then we cruise on board Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas with 7 nights of incredible Alaskan inside passage cruising. I can't wait to see Alaska. And another package I've shown you already with this tour experience is already booking up fast for August next year. So let's give you the details on this one. It starts on the 23rd of April next year. Off to the airport via Boots and Starbucks, and a quick look in next usually for me. And then we're boarding at the gate marked Calgary in Canada. So don't be late, because this is where 6 exciting nights starts. A fully escorted trip of a lifetime. And here's Mark to take us through what we'll see and do.
Welcome to the bustling Canadian province of Alberta. On your arrival here in Calgary, you'll make your way to your hotel and enjoy the rest of the day at leisure. Make the most of your time by discovering quirky Canadian history at Heritage Park. Or why not take a trip to the observation deck of the Calgary Tower to take in spectacular views of the mountains that you will come to explore during this escorted tour. The next morning, you'll enjoy breathtaking scenery as you travel into the Rocky Mountains towards Banff National Park. You'll take in incredible glaciers, dramatic peaks, and the brilliant emerald waters of the jewel of the Canadian Rockies, that's Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. You'll have amazing photo opportunities, including a walk to the rock pile, which offers the best views of this UNESCO World Heritage Area. You'll then spend the evening at leisure in Banff, where you'll enjoy an overnight stay. Be sure to soak in the town's laid-back atmosphere as you explore its shops, chateaus, and friendly pubs. On day 3, you'll head north and travel the famous Icefields Parkway through the Jasper National Parks. This is quite simply one of the most beautiful drives in the world, with awe-inspiring views of Crowfoot Glacier, Bow Summit, and Mistea Canyon. It's then off to the Columbia Icefield Discovery Centre, which gives you a unique opportunity to ride the specially designed Ice Explorer, which takes you right on the surface of the stunning Columbia Glacier. You'll then return to Banff for a further overnight stay with the evening at leisure. The following day, you'll journey through 3 of Canada's most breathtaking national parks: Mount Revelstoke, Glacier, and Yoho. On the way, you'll stop at Eagle Pass and visit the last spike of the Transcontinental Railway, where it connects the east to the west. During your travels here, you'll take in amazing sights, including huge snow-capped mountains and beautiful tree-lined lakes. You'll then journey on to the rural city of Abbotsford in British Columbia, where you'll enjoy an overnight stay with the remainder of the evening at leisure. On day 5, you'll continue on your travels to vibrant Vancouver for a 2-night stay, including a city tour taking in some of the top sights. You'll visit the Chinatown and Gastown districts, as well as Stanley Park, before enjoying a fabulous foodie tour of Greenville Island. You'll then get to enjoy the evening and the whole of day 6 at leisure, and there is so much you can do. If you're craving adventure in the great outdoors, climb to St. Mark's Summit for incredible views of majestic Howe Sound. Or you could soar above the city on the Skyride cable car to Grouse Mountain Summit. If you'd rather explore on the water, visit Horseshoe Bay and hop on a wildlife spotting boat tour to see if you can spot seals, dolphins, and whales as you zip past towering cliffs and rocky isles. It's an amazing 6-night escorted tour that really does take you right into the heart of the Rockies, Calgary, and Vancouver.
Looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, and so much to discover there as well. And this really is the best way of doing it and appreciating all of the sights and the sounds and the different experiences in this part of the world while you're doing that. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Right, it is cruise time next. The good news about our cruise as well is the first night of your cruise, you're actually overnighting in Vancouver, where you join Quantum of the Seas. And here she is with Royal Caribbean. You know I love this class with Royal Caribbean because you know how much I love Anthem, and of course Quantum was the very first in this class where Anthem and Ovation sit as well. So the first one that had, there I am, the ripcord by iFly. And of course the North Star as well, where you can get that wonderful view high above the ocean. Restaurants galore, and every one of them is very, very different. Jamie's Italian, really cool. The Bionic Bar. Do you know what? You could have stood next to that on a cruise for the last 20 years and you'll always go back for a little gawp, for a little look, for a little crowd that it generates all the time. It's brilliant. Wonderland is such a nice restaurant as well. I'm going to call them concoctions. They are just the most amazing dishes that fizz and bubble and foam and everything. Just brilliant. They've also got the virtual balconies as well. This is one of the first ships where they put virtual balconies onto the ships as well. So even if you're on an inside, some of them have a live projection of what's going on from the camera on the ship on one of the walls, so you're on an inside but the feeling that you're actually on a balcony with sound as well, which is pretty good. There's the Sportsplex, you know, lots of things going on in there, roller discos, circus schools, and great shows on board Quantum as well. There's a show going around now called Sequins and Feathers, which is all about journeying through traditional Parisian cabarets, which looks wonderful. Feels very Vegas actually. So here is a little bit of Alaska. Just gives you a little bit of a flavour and a little bit of a picture of the kind of thrills and spills, as you can see, that teamed up with Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean going to Alaska is super, super exciting because you've got so many activities on the ship. And then, of course, you know there are going to be plenty of times on this cruise where everyone will be up on deck just in awe of the whale watching, the glaciers and everything that goes on there in this part of the world. So Ketchikan is our first port after the overnight in Vancouver there. You can zip line through the trees here, over the salmon streams. There are lots and lots of adventures as well. Some in a float plane if you wanted to. Sitka we're off to next as well. The Fortress of the Bear is here, which is a bear rescue centre, which I just think would be a heartwarming joy to go and see as well. You've also got the Baranoff Castle Hill there as well. Wonderful views over this part of the world. Cruising through the Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier, you'll head into Juneau, which has, of course, the Mendenhall Glacier. Whale watching tours as well. You can go to smokehouses to go and taste the salmon there and maybe see bald eagles as well. Day at sea into Victoria in British Columbian. Beacon Hill Park is one of the big, big highlights here. I quite like the look of Craig Darroch Castle. If my numbers ever came up, I think I might put in an offer for that castle. Don't you think it looks lovely, doesn't it? And then, of course, we cruise back into Seattle and then fly back to the UK. So quite a packed itinerary, actually, but it's still a 2-week holiday, so it's still very, very manageable. And you think of all the things you can do. So many people take, you know, a 1-week or a 2-week holiday. They fly to one place, they stay in that one place, and they come home. Look at what you're doing over 2 weeks there. And it's kind of a tale of two halves, isn't it, really? Because you've got that wonderful exploration through Canada, through the Rockies, through Lake Louise and the national parks as well, and the Icefield Highway. And then the second part of the holiday being sit back, relax, let Royal Caribbean take care of everything. Have great fun. Take everybody with you as well, because this is great for everyone. Full families, just you as a couple, could be honeymoon territory. Honestly, Sky is your oyster, world is your oyster. There we go, got there in the end. Right, so included in the price I'm about to give you for April next year is the flight from the UK out to Calgary in Canada, then that 6-night escorted tour. Remember, that's taking you through the Rockies, the Icefield Highway, the national parks through to Vancouver, includes Vancouver tour as well. And then you've got the 7-night cruise on Quantum of the Seas with Royal Caribbean through the Alaskan Inside Passage, including an overnight in Vancouver as well. So anything that the tour doesn't cover or anything you want to see in more detail, you've still got time to do that in Vancouver. And our price, of course, will include the flight back from the end of the cruise, which is in Seattle. Too many place names, I can't remember them all. Don't worry, they're all on our website. If you look here on this reference, you'll see all the places you're going to and flying to and sailing from. Right, let's give you a price tag with a low deposit opportunity here. This is incredible, and I do mean incredible. To know actually that our team have put this package together, and with the opportunity right now to put a deposit down of just £199 each to make all of this possible at $2,299 per person is incredible. I mean, I don't know how we've done it, but we can lock in this price right now for just £199 each as a deposit. And the same tour package, by the way, so the one through the Canadian Rockies, etc., is also available on the 19th of August next year with an Alaskan cruise on Brilliance of the Seas, which I think I've covered in one of our previous shows, actually. So if you want to know more about that, then speak to the team, of course, on 0800 953 4700. One more thing to deal with this offer, which of course might be staying with your virtual balcony or your inside, or we're in Alaska after all, opening the doors to the fresh air and the wonderful views in Alaska. You don't want to miss any of those views. So let's have a look at the upgrades on the cruise. Here they are, going from inside to ocean view to balcony, or even the treat of a suite. Oh, I can only dream of a treat of a suite. Amazing though. What an incredible holiday this is. And this is one, like I said before, it could be a honeymoon territory. It could be a full family holiday with, you know, all the generations of your family. I'm still saying it, and I'm sorry to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but we had a big gap where we couldn't travel, where we couldn't get together. We still haven't really properly fixed that, have we? We're getting there, we're getting back to normal, but we need to reconnect. We need to reconnect with our friends and our family, and a holiday like this is a great way of doing it. And remember, this holiday comes in kind of three parts, really, if you think about it. So it's for April next year. Think about where we are in the diary right now. That's a fair way off, actually. But remember, £199 each as a deposit today gets it booked and sorted. So you've got all the time between putting your deposit in right now and going on the holiday to look forward to it, and tell everyone that will listen what you're doing, where you're going, how much holiday you're getting, and what you're going to be seeing on that holiday. Then there's the holiday itself. While you're on that holiday, incredible, immersive, you are having that individual experience as well, remember, because you've got an escorted tour there, and then you've got that wonderful cruise. Who knows, on that Alaskan cruise, are you going to be seeing the bears, the bald eagles, the whales there? Everyone has a different cruise experience every single time. So that's the second part of the holiday, actually being on it. And then there's the third part of the holiday like this, which is the legacy of it. So many people go on holiday and they come back. In fact, I've just been on a holiday for 1 week to one place, and if you said to me, what did you do? I can't really remember. But with this, with an adventure like this, you have so many tales to tell. You have such a legacy that this holiday leaves behind as well. It's not just the memories, it's the stories. It's something that stays with you and actually encourages you to go and see a bit more of the world. It's like, well, we did that. We didn't think we'd ever be brave enough to do that kind of holiday. So what's next? Maybe it's the Golden Triangle. Maybe we're off to see the Tarzan tigers, the wolves and warriors. Now you've just had that little taste of real exploration. It really does get the juices flowing and get you travelling even further. Anyway, listen. I can sit here and dream. You can make it happen right now for a low deposit. So speak to our team, 0800 953 4700. I'll see you back here with the team later.